The following production is brought to you by the Talkin' Buds Leaf Show.
Here we go. Talkin' Buds Leaf Show, episode 316. Austin 316. It's a really unique situation right now. If we sat down at the table to discuss this, kind of like we're doing now, and you said to me, Rob, this team looks absolutely lifeless. They don't have a pulse. Their goalie gets run. There's no response. Anthony Stolarz is pissed. What the hell is going on? Like, I'm tired of this. I would go, I get it. 100%. I see what you're saying. But then, on the other hand, if you said to me, Rob, they're 3-2-1. I being you, said a couple weeks ago they're going to have to bank as many points as they possibly can while they sort out their new identity. It's super early in the season. It's no time to panic. You look at the Florida Panthers and how they have coasted through regular seasons the last few years to get themselves in the best place possible when the playoff starts. I would also say, yeah, I get it. Hasn't been a disastrous start to the season.
Point
so
taken.
You're kind of in this like weird in between spot where I see where both arguments are valid, basically.
Yeah. All right. Where do you want to start here? Do you want to start with the Stolarz comments? Do you want to?
Let's start with the Stolarz comments because I have 3 comments here. This dude was fucking pissed at the end of the game last night. We all saw what happened during the game. He gets run by Mason Marchment. Brandon Carlo's fucking standing there.
Yeah,
Brandon Carlo had his
watching.
Brandon Carlo had his worst game as a Maple Leaf by far Saturday night against the Seattle Kraken. Stolarz is pissed, and he has a few. I cut 3 clips specifically because they stand out to me. Here's the first one. I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to give you my take after.
I mean, it's just playing hard. I mean, maybe we can take a page out of their book and start getting to the net. I mean, for us, it's, we like to go a little high and shoot, but, it's for their goalie, it's like playing catch in the yard. He's seeing everything, and we're not making it difficult. We made it difficult in the third, and look what happened. We came out, tied the game, got a point out of it, almost scored with 5 seconds left, but it's a little too late. And I think, even though we're 6 games into the season, it's, enough's enough, and we kind of got to start picking it up here.
That is a goaltender basically calling out the offensive approach. That's what stands out to me. And some people might get their back up about that because he's a goalie. But to that I say, this dude has been their best player by far to start the season. He's the only guy that has shown up from bell to bell since the season started. He's trying to take a leadership role. Lord knows the leadership group of this team isn't going to fucking do it. So good on him. I have 0 issue with him calling out his teammates like that and being like, what are we doing here, fellas?
Yeah, absolutely. It's he is the best player on this team right now. And he just locked up here. Like he's trying to take a leadership role. You're right. And I think he has the power to come out and call some people out. Like I have no issue with this There is one comment that I didn't love, but this one I have no problem with whatsoever because they do go through lulls in games where it looks like the lights are on, but nobody's home. Like it's just like they're just going through the motions, doing the same thing. And yeah, sometimes you're just kind of like, where's that? Oh, like you're always just looking for that extra like gear that's just going to kick in. And it doesn't happen. They go through small stretches where they have a little offense going, but yeah, for the most part, 60 minutes, it's just kind of 50-50 bullshit back and forth hockey. Like, and you're kind of looking at them and you're like, this team just kind of looks the same that they have looked every single year, basically. I get him trying to rile everybody up and trying to be like, boys, you need to, if they're going to run me every night, you got to go and run them.
Well, I have a clip here. Before we continue on his comment on being run by Mason Marchment.
I mean, I'm not happy. Guys are going to run me, and I'm going to try to stand up for myself. And I heard the ref say we got a power play, and there's really not much I can do to them on the ground. But kudos to the guys who were there and got down with them. But like I said, I think we got to start going to the cage a little harder, make it harder for their goalies. It's not fun. I don't like having 225-pound guys landing on me. So, hopefully learn a lesson here.
Yeah, that's the best comment. That one's the most valid comment. He's totally right. It's everything that's wrong with this team when it comes to the most important time of the year. That was a perfect example of it. Just Mason Marchment, he's just always kind of got that little Sam Bennett in him. We know what he's doing. There's Brendan Carlo just standing there doing absolutely nothing. And it's like,
horrible luck, man. Horrible luck.
Dude, I know. And I hate like the power play excuse. Like, it's just like, well, we have a power play. That was at the end of the period. You know what? You know how I feel about power plays that are broken up by a intermission? I think they're useless. Nothing ever gets done on those power plays. You're at the end of the period. I'm going in and I'm socking that guy right in the face. Like, that's the most valid comment. He has every right to be pissed off about it.
Let's not forget, too, this is a guy who experienced a pretty scary injury in the playoffs last year when Sam Bennett was given a clear lane to the net to elbow him right in the head. And to come back this year and to just not have that completely erased from your mind and allow guys, this dude, people have been taking liberties with Anthony Stolarz since the preseason. I said it on our last episode. It is a thing that is happening, and he has every right to be like, what the fuck are we doing here, fellas?
Yeah.
We talk about the Blue Jays and why people fell in love with this Blue Jays team. And yes, at the end of the day, they won a bunch of games. And yes, at the end of the day, they've gone far in the MLB postseason. But it's the passion and emotion and the desire to win that this team has shown at moments during the season. And that is what people want so desperately from this leadership group. I'm sorry, that's who he's talking about here. He's talking about Austin Matthews. He's talking about Willie Nylander. He's talking about John Tavares. And he's talking about Morgan Riley.
I think he should add in the whole defense corps. I think he's talking to the whole veteran defense corps that's supposed to be so veteran. Like, they're the ones standing around in front of the net, too. Like,
dude. And that's why I tend to lean more in the direction of people who are upset, because it's like, guys, yes, we're 6 games into the season, but it's years and years and years of this. Like, this isn't a new problem. So the whole it's early thing kind of loses steam with me in that regard. It's like, all you want is for guys to go out there and stick up for each other and compete and take pride in wearing the sweater. And this guy, when Anthony Stolarz has been healthy, since he's been here, he's been an elite goaltender in this league. Elite. Stick up for him. We went on this rant last episode about Austin Matthews skating away after Easton Cowan gets run into a goalpost. It's like, what are we doing here, fellas?
Yeah. Like, you look at the record and like how they've played. Like, the whole Atlantic Division's a mess. So the record's the record. But it's just, you're watching it. It's like, I know they're 3-2. I know they're doing this. I know they're doing that. But here's this again. Like, here's this again that just isn't there yet. And I don't know if it's going to be there, and it's frustrating, and the goalie got pissed off about it last night. So, it's just like, but bro, like, clip. You can't, like, it's the end of the period, man. Like, you can't just stand there and be like, oh, there's Mason. Like, he literally was just doing nothing. Like, it was crazy.
I do have one more clip I want to play here, and I'll get your reaction to it after we hear it here.
Overtime, you can't let someone beat you up the ice there, and gets a clear-cut breakaway. I mean, minute left, you want to be on the ice in that situation, you got to work hard, got to work back, and it cost us a point there.
He's full on calling out Willie Nylander in that.
I hate this comment. This is where he got out of line. He's out of line with this comment, man. So like, there's some validity to that comment. Like, he did kind of dog it back on that back check. Okay, like, he's not wrong. I get it. You don't love to see it. William Nylander can't defend himself in that situation because that's exactly what happened. But if I'm William Nylander, I'm going to pat that guy on the back in the locker room, and I'm going, never fucking again, man. I don't think so. Like, you could call out everyone as a collective, but you're never going after me again because I'm this team's best player. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I think that was out of line. He can't be.
Some guy in the comments on our last episode called us an idiot for saying William Nylander is this team's best player.
How is this? He's not, like, he's by far their best player. That is insane. Like, I just think this one was it went a little too far. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but if I'm Nylander,
you know who he's talking about.
And this is twice we've gone to the well with our best player. Like, this is what I don't like about it. It's like, what about 34? Like, what? Why has nobody chirped this guy? Why is our best player,
Dude,
guys, 11 points in 6 games? Every time he's on the ice, he's creating offense. You're obviously going to get some efforts from him defensively sometimes that don't thrill you. But it's like, if I'm Nylander, I'm going up to Stolarz and I'm going, hey, man, I appreciate your comment here. But at the end of the day, you've done nothing in this league, and I'm this team's best player. Like, I know you had a good year last year, but you got hurt, and then you got hurt in the playoffs. You didn't really do much for us there. And this year, like, you better stay healthy. You better play well, man, because what if Stolarz has a brutal game? If I'm Nylander, I'm going out and I'm going, our goaltender needs to make a stop for us. I think he went too far with going after Nylander there.
You touched on something there that I want to continue on with. It's this protectiveness that people in the fan base have over Austin Matthews. Like, I don't understand it. There's nothing wrong with saying the dude looks asleep out there half the time. Yeah. And he plays with zero intensity. And you said on our last episode that his vibe is he's always looking for his next Gino. And that's great. We want you to score as many goals as possible. That's what you're good at. No one's arguing that. But you've got that letter on your chest. And if there's one thing, I keep referencing the Blue Jays. If there's one thing we've learned here, it's that the best players set the tone. And when your leadership group is just not engaged in a physical sense and in an emotional sense, it permeates to the rest of the team.
No one ever goes after Austin Matthews. No one, ever. He's always gone by scot-free. It's always been Marner. It's always been Nylander who've been the brunt of the criticism. And everyone's too afraid to say something about this guy. It's like everyone's so worried that he's like not going to like it here anymore. And it's like, at this point, like, I don't know.
That's kind of how I look at it. Like, if at the end of the, like, I'm not really scared of him leaving anymore. If you include this season, he's got this and 2 more years left on his deal. By the time he leaves, it'll have been over a decade as a Toronto Maple Leaf. And if the best you can do in that is second round, you got to move on anyway.
Yeah, and it's becoming a trend. Like, look what he did at the Four Nations too. Like, and like some American media, like, remember, like, Mike Rupp took a shot at him in the summer, which is rare for someone to take a shot at him. But like, he's kind of this, like, everyone's kind of looking at him now, being like, why were you considered the second best player in the NHL? That was not under any sort of merit or like anything. Someone, for some reason, just got appointed the top in the top 5 at some point. And I'm watching him and I'm like, I don't know how this guy's a top 5 player in the NHL. I have no idea.
All this talk about DNA. I saw Steve Dangle's LFR last night, was the title of it was DNA. Brad Treliving changing the DNA. At this point, a leopard doesn't change its spots, man. Like, at this point, you're looking at these guys and you're going, what you're asking of them is simply not who they are as people. Mm-hmm. So I think all of us sitting here waiting for Austin Matthews to confetti glove after the goalie gets run, it's not happening. Same thing with Willie Nylander. It's not happening. John Tavares, it's not happening. So they need to look around that room and they need to accept that watching your goalie get run over like that is unacceptable, but also figure out, I think your point you made 2 episodes ago is so spot on in that while, yes, the personnel is largely the same, subtract Marner, they do have a lot of new faces in the bottom 6, and they do have to take some time here to really sort of figure out what the identity of the 2025-2026 Toronto Maple Leafs is.
Yeah. No, because it's true.
Right now, not to cut you off, but another great point you made last night to me over text, they just kind of go out there and play ping pong. Like, they go out there and they just kind of flow and back and forth and trade. Like, there's no, like, intensity. There's no getting in hard. What's your identity? Do you get in hard on the forecheck? Are you a cycle team? Are you a team that's dangerous off the rush? Are you a team that gives up nothing defensively? Like right now, you can't definitively answer that question.
I think they're the same team that they've always been. I think they'll play 50-50 hockey. There's no point in the game where you're watching it and you're like, this is Toronto Maple Leaf hockey. It's just they still have some really talented players who could put the puck in the net, and they could put the puck in the net. Like that's how they survive. So it's kind of this, to me, it's the same old kind of Leaf team. I know Mitch Marner's not here and it kind of takes away the flash and dash, and maybe in November when they're playing a shit team, they won't run up the score as much because Mitch Marner's not on the ice. But for the most part, they play the exact same game to me. Like it's just not sustained time in the offensive zone. They give up too many chances, but when they get a chance to score, they do. So it's like I don't know. They look the same to me. Like this is the same team I watched last year, and this is the same team that came first in the division last year. So I don't know. Like it's
Ryan, the major chances are aplenty every single game. I think that's another reason why Stolarz is so pissed, man. It's every game. They're not just giving up chances. They're giving up grade A scoring looks numerous times a game.
Yeah, no, they got to figure it out. They really do. But I'm not gonna. I don't want it to sound like I'm like, I don't know. I don't want it to sound like I'm like the sky's falling. You know, that's not what I'm trying to say.
It's
because
not.
The whole league kind of sucks, man. Florida's lost 4 in a row. Tampa's won 3-2 to start the season.
Yeah,
Ottawa's
the Red
season's
Wings
over.
are at the top of the Atlantic.
Yeah, the Red Wings are at the top of the Atlantic. Montreal's got some magic, but they lost last night. Like it's, you know, like you look at that whole division and everyone kind of looks like shit. So it's not like they're the only team kind of figuring things out here. At least they got a winning record at this point. But yeah, it's to start the season, it's not the best. It's not anything to be excited about going forward. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's not like I'm excited for like what's to come. I'm just kind of sitting here being like, can they score enough Leaf goals tonight to get through the game? And can Stolarz kind of just be unreal every night?
Yeah. The juice just around the NHL right now.
Oh, it's brutal.
I think it's the
worst it's ever been. Yeah. I think this is the most lackluster start to an NHL season I remember in a long time. And maybe we're just in Toronto. And
I was going to say that.
The Jays I think it's definitely a factor. Like, there's no way. Like, when the 2 games are on, like, I'm watching the Jays game. Like, I'm sorry. Like, so, you know, there's that. But I think people are sick of the Panthers. I don't know. You just kind of look around the league and it's like, who's going to win? Like, who's a contender? Like, who's going to beat the Florida Panthers when it's time to beat the Florida Panthers? That's basically what this whole season's about.
It hasn't been that entertaining of a product, like, across the league. I've heard a lot of people, a lot of analysts online and on the radio say, you know, the first, 3-4 games has looked like preseason.
Yeah.
Which next year when you eliminate preseason, maybe that'll help it. Maybe that won't, or eliminate 2 games of the preseason, I should say. Maybe that'll help. Maybe it won't. But
I think the vibe I get for people who are like casual fans, like obviously me and you are going to be like watching pretty much every night for the whole season because we're psychos. But a lot of the casual vibe is just like, I'm not wasting any of my personal time in my life to watch this team play in the regular season. Yeah, like that's the vibe casual fans are giving me right now. Like, call me when the end of the year comes and they're kind of sniffing around a playoff spot and get to the playoffs. No one wants to go through this like regular season slog again, man.
Yeah,
it's a long journey. That's why like coming on here and freaking out like 6 games in is like kind of tough because it's just like this is just getting started, man. Like there's a long way to go.
It's a balance, man. It's a balance because I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I watched that game on Saturday and I'm angry watching it. Like I'm sitting here, but yeah, you reel yourself back in and you're like, bro, it's 6 games. Like get a grip here. It'd be one thing. You're right. You could be the Ottawa Senators. Your season's over. Like
they're done.
That could be the situation, and it's not. So
everyone and their mother is picking the Tampa Bay Lightning to win the division. They look like ass.
Yeah,
like even though they could easily just come back. But yeah, it's tough to really start. I don't know. throwing a shit fit this early into the season.
Hockey is back, and this season, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, brings you all the speed, skill, and nonstop action you love.
New customers, bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get paid out $300 in bonus bets instantly.
Ryan, I'm an avid user of the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I use it pretty much every night to bet the puck line on several different NHL games. Can't recommend it enough.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. Pass-through of per wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. Copyright NHL 2025. All rights reserved. I want to talk a little bit about Easton Cowan. He didn't see a lot of ice during the third period of the Rangers game on Thursday. Berube, after the game, said, he knows what he's got to do to be better. I think he's been great. He's one of the bright spots so far early in the season for me. I'm excited to watch him play every night. I can't imagine taking this guy off the top line and putting Max there. I just don't. Just ride it out with the kid, man.
He can't really skate. That's my only when I watch him, when the puck's on his stick and he's got a little time and space, definitely can make something happen. There's no two ways about it, but that kid's job in next offseason is to find the best skating professional he can find and start working on his legs a little bit. That's the only thing that's missing from his game, I feel like.
But I don't think it's noticeable enough that he needs to go down to the Marlies. I think anyone saying he's got to go down and play with the Marlies, I'm out on that. It's no, man, they don't have any better option. Max Domi on the top line is not going to make a big enough difference. So just let him play there and let him figure it out. He's good enough to hang in the league. Just leave him there.
Yeah, he makes plays. He's there's good signs, and there's also I don't know. It's when Nyes came up, you just kind of knew he was gonna be good the minute he got up. I don't have that same feeling with this guy. I don't. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's. But I'm still kind of I don't know what this guy's gonna do. I don't know where he's gonna wind up. But there's still some it's up in the air for me. Which I always knew Matthew Nyes was gonna be a contributor for this team. It just seemed like it was just always gonna happen. With this kid, I don't know.
I hate to constantly pick on 89, but I'm sorry. Easton Cowan is already bad. If you're gonna look at me with a straight face and say Easton Cowan is not good enough to play on this team every night, but Nick Robertson is, come on.
Well, you know what I don't get? You know what's perplexing me this so far is all off season we're hearing about how we've just rebuilt our third line. And one guy gets hurt and they have the worst third line in the league. I don't what happened to all this depth that you required with all this that just went out the window. That
Bobby McMahon has lost all his juice. Bobby McMahon started the season with so much juice playing with Tavares and Nylander, and he's lost all his juice.
It's true. Line stinks, man. It's not good. Every time they're on the ice, it's just they're all minus players. They're small. You don't have a center playing center. You have a guy who can't even play in the league. You have another guy who can score some goals, but for the most part can also disappear. Yeah, that line sucks. They need to figure out that line. I don't understand how one guy going down just completely ruined your lineup.
Well, it's kind of like Berube. The projected lineup was the top six was going to be the skill, and the bottom six was going to be kind of a grind, difficult to play against. And then as soon as Scotty Laughton got hurt, you start moving Nick Waugh around, and he's the fourth line center, and you got to move Max in to play third line center, but Max isn't a grinding style player, so you need to put him with skill guys to hopefully generate some offense. And him and McMahon and Robertson had some juice last year, so why not give that a try? And it's just, it hasn't looked great. And like I said, I think Bobby McMahon has lost his juice since being sent down to that third line.
Yeah. Nick Robertson, 1 point, -3. Max Domi, 1 point, -3. Like, it's just, the hell am I watching? Like, I just don't understand how this third line just collapsed. And then all of a sudden, we have the same third line as we did last year after hearing all summer that we're so deep down the middle. It's just, I'm watching it. I'm like, I know there's problems with the top guys, but this was supposed to be like this is how we're going to compete with better teams, is being a little bit deeper down the lineup and spending our money more wisely for different players. And I'm just like, Nick Waugh is definitely an upgrade from what you had last year in that fourth line spot or third line spot, wherever you want to put him. But everyone else, it's just, I look at the same team. They're not hard to play against. They don't create a lot of offense. They don't hit anybody. You have two guys who are sub 5'10" on that third line. Like, it just makes no sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah. But that's the case across the league, though, man. Like, I think the current state of the NHL, if you have an injury in one of your starting nine, and I would put Scotty Laughton in the top 9 of guys on this team, I don't think very many teams have enough organizational depth that you can just seamlessly keep going. I think certain teams have cultures where you're injected into the lineup and you're expected to perform a certain way and give a certain effort. But I don't think, like, it's not like teams have rosters of high-end guys in their development system that you just inject and it's like, oh, okay, we're still deep down the middle or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's hard to search things so far that you're like, I think I could see this getting better down the road. Like, it's just, I don't know what I'm looking forward to yet.
I think the number one thing on the Berube staff to-do list is to get this play in the defensive zone figured out. 100%. They have to stop. Yes, there's a lot of similar tendencies to how they've looked in previous seasons, but they were not a team that gave up, especially last year, that gave up this many high-danger chances. It is, like, it's pushing 10 a game, man. Like, that's a lot. It's a lot. That is number one on the to-do list for Berube, is we got to get this sorted out. We need to work on where we are positionally. We need to, like, whether it's boxing guys out, what's our system, I don't know, but it's got to get figured out because you are hanging your goaltender. If he's not getting run over physically, he's facing grade A scoring chances consistently throughout every game, and even against teams that are mediocre hockey teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see the DNA change yet. I really don't. Don't see it.
Yeah.
Don't see it.
Well,
they're the same team. They're like, what's the difference between them and last year? Nothing. Like to me, from my eyes.
Well, I mean, it's early in the season, so that's the silver lining here, and I think you and I are doing a good job of just kind of trying to keep that perspective. I think it would be really easy to come on here and scream and yell and, like, Matthews this, Nylander that.
Yeah, it's
like,
tough.
but it's just. But I think your point about the state the rest of the league is in is a good one. Like, it's you have to keep that perspective.
Like, Florida wins 3 games to start the year, and they're like, oh, here we go. And then they've gotten their asses kicked 4 straight games in a row, and they're 3-4. And Marchand's running around like an idiot with people's helmets in the penalty box. Like, so it's like, I don't know. How mad can you get? The whole league is just kind of watered down. There's no dominant teams. I mean, the Avalanche are having an unreal start to the year, and so are the Hurricanes. But I don't know. Yeah, it's just, this is a 50-50 league, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like WWE booking.
It is. It's the Vince McMahon era booking of WWE. It's 50-50 booking.
50-50 league, man.
Gary and the NHL script writers are like, we want to make sure, except for the Ottawa Senators, who are, you're right, their season is fucking toast. But Gary and the NHL script writers, they are like, we need to book this 50-50 right now to make sure every fan base, by the time we get to, like, November, December is engaged and their team is in the playoff hunt. That's 100%.
I think the NFL's kind of having that thing this year too, where it's just like everybody's just kind of mid, like it's just kind of another 50-50 league right now. So, I mean, it's just a long way to go, man.
Yeah, that's why you're right. And I'm going to give us kudos. We could have come on here today and screamed and yelled, and we didn't. You can call out things you're seeing and things you don't like, but keep the perspective that we're 6 games in here, and we got a long way to go. Like 1 week, I apologize to all the listeners because like some days I come in here and I just have like I feel so strongly about something, and the next week I'm just like, I'm on another thing. Like, it's just such a long season, man. You go through so many twisted turns of where you're at with this team and where they are compared to other teams, and it's tough. It's tough to evaluate teams this early. 100%. So you look at the week ahead. They've got Sheldon Keefe and the New Jersey Devils on Tuesday. Then they've got the annual home and home with the Buffalo Sabres Friday, Saturday. We'll be back later this week. Talk about the Devils game, tee up the weekend against the Sabres. The Buffalo Sabres are, they're the Buffalo Sabres, but they play the Leafs tough every single time. And you could absolutely see the Leafs going out and giving up 40 shots to the Buffalo Sabres.
No, the Buffalo Sabres just came off 2 big wins, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves.
100%. And I do think that when this magical Jays run comes to an end, it will help inject some more juice. Because I think you see it in the engagement in our videos, you see it in the engagement of Leaf content everywhere. Like, people are just in Jays mode right now. And of course they are. The team is in the American League Championship Series. Like, why wouldn't you be emotionally invested in that versus what you said earlier, a team that for a lot of casuals, it's like, yeah, dude, it's October. Like, I don't care about this right now.
I've literally, someone said to me over text, there's no way I would waste a second of my life watching regular season NHL hockey. And this is a person who likes hockey, knows about the Leafs, knows what they're talking about, and they're just like, I just literally consider it a waste of time to watch this team in the regular season. And I think a lot of people have that same feeling.
Yep, 100%. Well, hopefully those of you who click on our video and watch it and listen to our episode don't feel that way, or else it's going to be a long season for us as well. So if you're checking us out for the first time,
if you're watching this podcast, you're not a casual. I'll tell you that.
No,
now.
you're not. You're not.
You're not a casual.
You have tons of Leaf podcast options, and those of you who show up here every week and watch our video or listen to our episode, thank you so much.
Crazy as we are.
We love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't done so already, hit the like and subscribe button below. If you're listening to the audio version, like, subscribe, review, helps with the algorithm, as they say.
Spread the word. Tell your friends.
We really appreciate it. We will see you guys later this week.